Welcome to another edition of A Cruise Book at Bedtime.
Hi, it's Jean. Our cruise ship dropped us in Antalya today. We're in the beautiful harbour. If you're reading Cruise Ship Heist, carry on. It's getting exciting, isn't it? If you want to start, the link's here.
Chapter 47, The King. Jill and Christoph want to know everything about Aulie. I know he has taken her hand under the table, and I realise that soon my short-term role as guardian will be eclipsed. But you have terrorism, bombs on buses and trains, Christoph says to Jill. We do, but I don't feel that's the same. What do you think, Aulie? Jill asks. You can't imagine the fear in hearing huge thuds that shake the ground, like giants trampling through your village, the choking smell of sulphur, jumping over people burning in the street, the explosions destroying houses as you run. Never glance behind. Never run straight because snipers shoot children in the back. Just run so fast your lungs empty. And by the time you breathe back in, you've grown up. You're not just an adult, but you're the only adult left in your family. Had I stayed, I would be dead now. I've never heard her reveal such personal visions. You're very brave, Christoph says. I take my fishing net everywhere with me. That only remaining part of my past is normally kept in my safe. Not my money, not my passport. I should focus on my daughter and the man she has introduced me to. But my conundrum has morphed into a crisis. The meal continues, and somehow we get into coffee. One day, you can teach me the knack of throwing that net. Excuse me, I need the bathroom. The mezzanine restaurant cafe is soon behind me. I pass the stairwell to the art gallery a deck below, and I walk into a field of flashing slot machines. I pass the blackjack and roulette tables and search the cocktail bar at the far end. I reverse up the other side, around the sports lounge where the guests are watching football. Hunter is not here. I must return, but as soon as I look back, I see Jill is waiting for me at the stairs. Did you get lost? She asks. These go straight down to the washrooms below. That is a casino. I know this ship very well. I know you less well, but I know there's something going on. Are you a gambler? I saw the head of security, and I needed to thank him for helping me with my Panama Canal notes. He was eating over there. He left and went that way. I thought I could catch him. Most of my answer is true. Jill's nodding her head. Maybe I'm safe, but she appears suspicious. I said goodnight to Aulie and Christoph for us both. They can be alone. She's cornered me, and I've got a date back at Georgie's room. I need to escape. Where do you think he went? Your friend probably walked through the bar, past the cabins on the 8th floor, and down the aft stairs to the club. She checks her watch. We could see the second show before bed. Without the need for answer or debate, Jill leads off effortlessly. I can only follow her through the casino and past the elevator to the stairwell. She catches me out with an abrupt stop on the top step. I wrap my arms around her on impact to stop her bouncing down the stairs with my momentum. She is dangerous. My room or yours? She asks. I have to prepare for my lecture tomorrow. Then be up, fresh, focused, and presentable. I wanted to show you my tattoo before it fades. I'll get to see it around the pool tomorrow. I don't take defeat easily. Tomorrow? She breathes so close to my cheek, I can feel the words as well as hear them. I promised I'd have dinner with my boss tomorrow night. Georgie? It's a formal night, and she wanted to dine with me in my ceremonial uniform. It's an entertainment thing. Sorry, I'm not trying to avoid you. Then have dinner with her tomorrow night and come to my room for dessert afterwards. Not waiting for an answer, Jill turns and continues down one flight of stairs to the nightclub. Just inside the entrance are Hunter and the woman from the airport. She is the one I was shown in the picture, who Hunter told me I was seen with. She is the one who the Embera Indians told me was the wife of Panama's biggest drug lord. Now she is wearing navy whites. I slip my arm around Jill and walk past them. Maybe they're both undercover drug cops. Maybe I've fallen into an international sting. What other answer is there? I thought you needed to speak to him, Jill says. I do, but this isn't the right place. Powering into the venue, we both walk into Georgie at the bar. How could she be missed wearing a red dress with a line of white buttons all the way down the front? Her eyes drop to my arm around Jill's waist. Chapter 48. Nightclub. I've no idea what's going on, but I'm feeling used. I've spent years managing units and working behind lines, and I end up being used on a cruise ship. I glance back, but Hunter and the woman have gone. I won't get my answer tonight. Not unless Georgie's in on it. Are you having a wonderful evening? Georgie asks, with a loaded grin. She has that leading, threatening smile you see in American horror movies. The audience know it's false, and someone is about to die. Yes, fantastic, Jill answers. I prepare to speak, but I'm rendered helpless by a lack of anything sensible to add. Have you been to dinner? Georgie asks Jill, as if I'm not even there. Jardin de Palermo. I trust it didn't disappoint, Georgie angles. Very nice. And do you have plans for later? Georgie fires. I hope so, Jill smiles. I trust they won't disappoint, Georgie says, fixing me a gaze as she moves away. No one will be disappointed, I add, reaching for Georgie's shoulder to stop her. Yes, she says, waiting. Did you see the woman Hunter was with? No, I didn't, sorry. Georgie leaves. I wonder if Jill can see the buffering wheel rotating in my eyes with the caption, "Please wait." She didn't see the woman Hunter was with, I fumble, waiting for my brain to catch up. Why would she have? And why would you need to know? Jill asks. I used to be good with faces. She looks like someone I met once, I share. Ships are full of ex-military people. Now me, retired. What would you like to drink? I ask, edging towards the bar. But my escape is stopped by an efficient waiter. He will bring me everything I need, except answers, excuses, and a disguise. Hendricks and Fever Tree, please. I give him my card. Double, madam? He asks, dutifully upselling. I think so, she smiles. I nod, holding up 2 fingers, indicating I'll have the same, not because I fancy a G&T, but because I don't have the space to think. Hunter? She asks. I did him a small favour. Apparently, I'm looking after something for him. Don't ask me, I don't know what it is. I start with no second verse worked out. But surely, rule number 1 is don't take anything on board for another person. The problem with Jill is that she's far too clever. She roots out problems and decodes errors. It's what she does for a living, plain and simple. A cog in my brain turns, and an error message flares up. I must not disappoint tonight. It's the room I'm in. I'm in an officer's cabin, a staff cabin. Nothing like yours. I look out of my window to see a lifeboat. Nothing else, just a lifeboat. The cabin appears to be used for storage, and he asked if I could leave it there while I was on board. Which is fine, as I've little, but if I'm storing his junk because he's had a female officer move into his cabin, then that's taking a liberty. I pause, congratulating myself. Now I need to change the subject to avoid further investigation. Do you know how much of Syria has had no water or electricity for 2 years, and many families are trying to escape with their few possessions? What made you think of that? Jill asks. She's clever. Sensing the glitch in my line might lead to her understand the cause and reveal a fix. That I travel light? That Aulie left her home with nothing which freed her from the past? Nothing but a net, she corrects me. Again, she shows computer accuracy. I'm pensive as the drinks arrive. I will bring your card in a moment, sir, the waiter says, leaving. I don't normally drink gin. I must have been totally distracted. Why don't we just go back to my room and... Jill says, after, you can prepare all you want. I nearly choke. Twice I've had to dodge this bullet in a matter of minutes. I guess the biblical version of denial is 3 times, but I need to escape before I'm challenged again. We agreed tomorrow, after my staff dinner, and to be honest, I shouldn't be drinking a double gin tonight. I can't do my show in the morning if I have a hangover, I admit. It is my first stage performance and I'll be judged on it. I could drink this drink and hers like a shot, but I see Tony and the other solo cruisers Jill was with when we first met at the quiz. They are waving to us from a table they have. Look, your friends have a spare seat in a great place to see the act. Take my gin. I can't drink it. Mustn't drink it. I'll go and prepare my show. If I don't find you later, then we can agree to rendezvous tomorrow. Can we? Jill says, looking at me sternly. I hand her my glass, peck her on the cheek and turn. I dare not look back.